Okay, let's talk about the price of a dream. I mean, a real dream. For one guy, the price tag was 100 days of his life, spent entirely inside a private jet. Yeah, you heard that right. We're going to break down one of the most insane endurance challenges I think I've ever seen.
But hang on, before we even get into who this guy is, just think about it yourself for a second. What would it take for you to give up your bed, your family, your freedom for over 3 months? I mean, what would the prize even have to be to make that worth it?
Well, how about this? A $2.5 million private jet. That's the prize. And suddenly, this isn't just some crazy challenge, right? This is a life-changing, completely transformative ordeal.
And this is the man who tried. His name is Armando, he's a professional pilot, and he put absolutely everything, his life, his sanity, on the line to see if he could actually pull this off. So, on paper, the challenge sounds pretty simple, but the reality? Oh, it was just brutal.
Okay, so here are the rules. They're dead simple. 100 consecutive days inside this jet. The main rule, if any part of his body touches the ground, he loses. Done. Not even a single toe. It sounds so straightforward, but you gotta remember, this jet, it might be fancy for a flight, but it was never, ever designed to be someone's home.
I mean, just try to imagine the starting conditions here. Armando had no real bed, he was sleeping on chairs or the floor. No shower, just wet wipes. No kitchen, just a microwave and a diet of, get this, canned meat. And maybe worst of all, he was completely, utterly alone. And it didn't take long. Within just a few days, you could see the psychological toll it was taking. He literally said it felt like prison, like the walls were closing in. This wasn't just about physical toughness, no way. This was a full-on battle for his sanity, right from the get-go. But, the physical stuff, that was really only the beginning. As time went on, this whole thing evolved into a psychological game. See, Mr. Beast wasn't just going to let him sit there for 100 days. Oh no. He started introducing these really calculated temptations, all designed to test Armando's resolve. So the first big test hits on day 10. And I want you to picture this. You haven't showered in 10 days. You feel disgusting. And then someone offers you a real hot shower. Or $50,000. Cold, hard cash. What do? Comfort or cash? Armando, he went straight for the money. And his logic was pretty solid, actually. He's thinking, okay, owning a jet is going to be crazy expensive. So this 50 grand, that's seed money for the future. It was a really smart, forward-thinking move. All right, fast forward 10 days. Day 20. Another dilemma. At this point, his body is just wrecked from not sleeping properly. So he gets an offer. A custom-made inflatable bed that fits perfectly in the jet. Guaranteed rest. Or a mystery box. It could be anything. So it's guaranteed survival versus a huge, huge gamble. And what does he do? He picks the bed. He just knew that without proper sleep, there was no way he was going to make it another 80 days. He played the long game, prioritizing the goal over some flashy prize. And that mystery box he turned down? Oh, it was just a Lamborghini. Yeah, he turned down a literal supercar for a good night's sleep. Wow. But it wasn't all about temptation and mind games. Look, to make 100 days even remotely possible, the challenge had to change. So these key lifelines were introduced along the way that would totally change the game for him. And this timeline right here really shows those critical moments. Every single one of these upgrades wasn't just about making him more comfortable. It was about pure survival. The bed, well, that saved his body. The food delivery saved his morale. And some of these other moments, well, they pretty much saved his soul. Okay, let's look at day 30. The reward, unlimited DoorDash. I mean, can you imagine? After a month of nothing but canned meat, this is a total game changer. But there's always a catch. The price he had to pay was sharing his tiny prison with a complete stranger, Nolan, for a full 24 hours. See, every single reward came with a brand new, crazy challenge. But maybe the biggest, most important turning point of all came at the halfway mark, day 50. He got to see his wife and his daughter. And this wasn't about a bed or food. This was pure emotional fuel. This was the why. The entire reason he was putting himself through this hell was standing right there on the tarmac, and he could finally see them.
So, with that boost, Armando had this new focus. He's entering the final stretch. But it wasn't going to be some easy coast to the finish line. Nope. A brand new, super complex ordeal was just about to kick off.
All right, day 80, the last big test begins. It's a cross-country scavenger hunt. He has to use his actual skills as a pilot to fly to 10 different cities, order a specific thing in each one, collect all 10 items, and get back to base, all within 10 days. And if he pulls it off, another 50 grand for the Jet's future fund.
And of course, this wasn't just some simple flight plan. He ran into all sorts of real-world problems you can't predict. The jet had critical maintenance issues that grounded him. Bad weather forced him to completely change his route. He's stuck overnight in random cities. And all the while, that clock is just ticking down, down, down. Every single delay was putting that entire $50,000 prize in jeopardy.
Somehow, he did it. He completed the scavenger hunt. He makes it to day 100. He's won. He's there, at the door, about to step off the plane, a champion. But then, he's hit with one final, ultimate decision.
And the offer is just staggering. Stay on the jet for another 100 days and win an additional $500,000. I mean, that's enough money to operate the jet for years, no problem. The dream, not just won, but fully funded.
And this is where the tension just goes through the roof. His family is waiting right there on the tarmac. They have no idea this offer is even being made. And when his wife overhears it, her reaction is just so immediate, so raw. She's finally getting her husband back. At that moment, the money means absolutely nothing to her.
And in the end, Armando listened to his wife. After 100 days of pure isolation, strategy, and unbelievable endurance, he made his choice. He stepped off that plane, right into the arms of his family, and he left that extra $500,000 sitting on the table. Which kind of leaves us with this one big question, right? Armando won the jet, but that final decision, it wasn't about money at all. It was about freedom, it was about family, and it was about knowing when to say enough is enough. And it really makes you wonder, what's the true price of our biggest dreams? And how do you ever know when you finally paid it?